Okay, the button's been pressed.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Button has been pressed.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to the Clelen Adventures. As you can see, we're down a couple people. Unfortunately, Throck, I do not believe will be joining us tonight. Sarah, however, will be joining us later. Hopefully. She already talked to me during work, so yeah, we're cool. When we last left off, the party got their ass kicked.
That's putting it mildly.
So
That's putting it mildly.
Before we get
And
too far in, I have an out-of-character question.
Okay.
So, do you, as a teacher, think that it would help or harm your cause by letting your kids know that you play D&D?
oh, I let them know I play D&D. I tell them like some of the D&D stories we've been through.
They either love you or they hate you. There really is no middle ground for this.
Yeah, no, there really isn't. So far, pretty much all of them love me, but we're 2 days in, so that's liable to change. But
You might have wanted to hold on to that trump card for a little while.
yeah, right. Well, the thing is, I tell them like I love to tell stories, and this is a huge part of my life. So I let them know. I mean, I let them know about a good chunk of my life. I don't let them know about every single tiny little aspect, but I let them know like the major things as to like why I am the way I am and stuff like that. And the reason I do that is because that like opens it up. It kind of demystifies the whole teacher thing, and it's like, oh hey, we can make a connection with them.
Yeah, he's just a guy like us.
Exactly. And that can go a really long way with students, because students are not going to learn from people that they don't like.
True.
Yeah.
So the one last thing I'd like to plug before we get started. If you haven't watched the extra credits game design little show that they did this week, where they took apart a Baldur's Gate dungeon, it is one of the coolest series of videos I've seen in a long, long time. There's 5 videos. They're about 7 minutes each, and they're terrific. Okay, I'm done with my plugs.
Like they.
This video brought to you by.
Nobody.
I wish this video was brought to you by something. We need
This
sponsors.
video brought to you by craft beer.
This video brought to you by the 4 people you see before you.
Yes.
Well, 3. I'm just a black screen because my new computer doesn't have a camera.
Yet.
Yes.
Yet. Yeah, I could probably pick one up this weekend or something if need be. Anywho.
Anyway.
What?
Okay, so yeah. Last time we were playing, party got its ass handed to it because you guys were following a lead and it turned out to be real, and then you guys decided to go ahead and poke the bear.
We jiggled the handle.
My fiance from the other room, I want to poke the bear.
Yeah, we jiggled the handle.
We did.
No, it was more like we called the bluff. We called a bluff that was not a bluff.
No, that was... Yeah. Which reminds me of...
I was convinced it was going to be like the alpha nerd up until we died.
Yeah.
You want to talk about calling a bluff?
No.
That died right there.
Check out this video, and there's a sequel to it. I have a 2 and a 7. That's not good. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
We've already started recording, but I told people you'd be here.
Yeah.
We were. Jim actually had a really good question, or Professor Arranis had a really good question, and I already put in my 2 cents, but I want to hear what you said. And it was something along the lines of, do you think it's helpful or detrimental to tell students about like the fact that we play D&D, or that we are, or like tell them about like what we do in D&D?
Well, it all depends on if it makes a connection or not. I mean, if there is a reason, any of the personal information that I share with students are in order to make a connection. So the fact that I play D&D won't really help me with most of my students.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm getting a little bit of static, yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
I thought that was somebody else.
No, it's everybody.
Interesting.
I mean, I do share it with my students, but it does help. I think it honestly does help with some of them because it is one of those aspects of like I love to tell stories, and a lot of my stories come from D&D games.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it would be detrimental at all. I just don't think that a lot of our students would care.
Yeah, I usually like to play it up. I got some great stories, and some of them aren't even mine, but they're so funny that I have to share them.
For Barrington.
No, not Sir Barrington. That
But
was
a
the
lot of my students have actually already asked me if I could like bring in a game of D&D. I was like, you don't really bring in a game of D&D.
I mean, you can do
Like,
one-shots.
So I don't know. We'll figure something out. But like,
Send them to Geek and Sundry. That'll take care of them.
right? Right. But those are good questions. Oh god, I'm back in my teacher mode. Oh shit.
Whoosh.
I broke that off when I went to the bar.
Oh, there you go.
I'll go out to the bar next week or 2 weeks from now when I'm not broke.
Well, that's why I said to do it next week, or not to do D&D next week, because I figure that I won't drink tonight, and I will be fairly on time. And next week I'll drink.
Yeah. We have something to look forward to every Friday. On
Yeah.
some Fridays we get paid. On other Fridays we have D&D.
Actually, there were like 10 or 12 of us there tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I kind of had to get home and like make dinner and stuff. Oh, I got my glasses fixed.
Nice.
Yeah. The nose piece on the left side fell out
Oh, that's annoying.
last night. So I went to the Walmart Vision Center right after school, and they like fixed it up for me for free.
That's awesome.
Fritos.
For the entire day teaching, I didn't have that nose piece in. And if you've ever worn glasses without a nose piece, it is one of the most irritating things. It's not even that painful. It's just so
I'm so happy I
irritating.
can derail the entire campaign with one question. 2 questions.
Okay.
Clearly, I rolled really high on my charisma check there.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, not you, but the guy who's playing you, yeah.
Look, if the guy who's playing me is paying attention, I would like more time to go to the gym.
Right?
Oh, just bring the gym
And-
home, like I did, and buy weights.
I have no money.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was gonna say, like, I feel like if I get a gym membership, I feel like at that point I'm obligated, like I have to use it.
Also, I'd like him to start palming dice so I can roll more than a 7 on any particular check in real life.
Right?
Yeah, that critical 1 on my college check sucked for 3 years.
To be fair, the DM sucked.
Yeah,
Anyway.
don't tell my students that.
Oh, I have the horror story that'll stop any student from going to college ever.
My fiance from the other room. Are you actually playing a game tonight? Yes, honey, we're playing a game tonight. She doesn't believe me. All right. So let's.
Sorry, I'm being distracting because
Yeah, God, Jimmy.
I'm nervous about something that's probably gonna happen today.
Deep breaths.
Tell her it's all Phil's fault.
I mean, Arranis isn't gonna die today. Unless I kill him.
Arranis is not going to die during an RP session.
No.
That's what you think.
Is that a challenge? Because I can make it happen.
I managed to fuck up really hard.
You roll the nat 1 on your research check, you wander into a swamp and an ogre kills you. The end.
Oh, fuck that. If you're gonna wander into a swamp, you're gonna die fighting a black dragon, damn it.
Fine.
No, he's not going to die. He's going to live in the stomach of the black dragon, and we can go free him.
And then dimension door out.
Ah.
Alright, so let's talk about what we're gonna do tonight. So, you all went back, except for Arranis, you all went back to your manor.
Yep.
Arranis decided to go into town and try to do some research on Black Hand.
And what he is specifically.
Yeah. So why don't we start there? Go ahead and how long are you going to spend in that place?
The night.
Just the night. Go ahead, just make like an investigation roll.
That's not going to be Arcana checked for.
Well, first you got to find the books. It's an old
Dude, I'm a professor. I can find the books.
And you, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you find the books.
Is this going to be his?
Find, like actually a sizable stack of things that would probably be useful, and they range from like undead and how to slay them to ancient orders to like blights upon the earth, all sorts of different like texts and styles. You're gonna be busy for a while. If anything
Before the rest of the priests go to bed, I ask for a couple of extra candles.
Yeah, the head priest finds some candles for you and kind of looks you over again. And he goes, "You okay?" Don't look.
I'll be fine. I'm an elf. Elves don't need sleep.
Okay.
An elf that just got pummeled not too long ago.
And
need sleep.
actually isn't an elf. It is lying through his fucking teeth.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't you a half-elf?
You can't let them find out.
He's the Goliath priest of Arranis. He's kind of like, at this point. So he wanders off.
He thought I was part gnome. It's okay.
Something like that. Okay, to him, everyone's small, so...
To Rayven, everyone's small.
So what knowledge do I gain from...
Well, you learn that this Black Hand does fit the description of a Death Knight.
Okay.
And
I
you are
would hope
now...
over the course of 8 hours I gain a little bit more than that.
I wasn't done yet.
Okay.
You
But
know...
now he is.
Let me... Give me a second, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, like, what your character has learned.
Uh-oh. He's whispering it.
That's never good.
Oh,
Yeah, last time he
whispered
whispered something to me, and he's like, "Oh."
do my job. Sorry, everyone.
Alright. I just
They
dropped
need
into
to have my lesson plans like the week before, so I gotta put one of my lessons in there.
What? Confused.
I gotta put in one of my lessons for next week because I forgot.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Are they supposed to have it by Friday?
Probably.
You're like, I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
I am teaching enough that there has been too much confusion about. So I am going to sit down tomorrow and do all my lesson plans like the big duty, but tonight I celebrate not being at school.
Fair point.
Although apparently I'm doing better than Liska because they haven't told her anything about her dual credit class.
Oh, jeez. Poor woman.
That's where you went. Is this the accursed map? Yes, it is. Okay.
Did
Perfect.
Arranis freeze up?
No.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello.
We're
I'm
getting
still
it
getting
still.
static, so I'm just checking.
I'm getting it too.
Okay.
I'm only getting it from certain people.
I'm mostly getting it from Mike.
I'm getting it from Mike, Sarah, and sometimes Zeus.
You kidding me right now?
Not anymore.
Yeah, no.
So what do I gain?
Well, give me a second. Ah, there it is. Shit, I went too far. Okay, perfect.
The journal
first
entry
off,
that you just keep.
one of the first and most important thing you learn is that a Death Knight can keep coming back. They're kind of like the Lich.
Okay.
You learn that they can only really become they can only really die when they basically atone for what they've done or they find redemption. And either one of those will basically allow them to die peacefully.
So is there an unpeaceful option?
No. They keep
Is there
coming back.
is there a pieces option, if you will?
No. You can utterly destroy them and they can still come back.
So they either have to seek redemption, or what was it again?
Atone.
They either have to seek redemption.
They have to atone. They have to atone or find redemption.
Yeah, they are either redeemed or they atone.
Okay. My next question, as Professor Arranis, would be: does tricking them into atonement, into atonement or redemption work?
You're not sure. Considering there have been very few Death Knights, and all of them have been willingly redeemed or willingly atoned.
Okay.
So there's no real you're not really sure.
Any common trends for motives?
It depends. There have been Death Knights known to seek atonement because they failed during life and usually ended up destroying what they loved in life. Others, there was one that tried to raise an undead army, actually, from what you can find in your research.
So destroy the things they love, raise undead army.
But all of them
So you-
eventually atoned or found redemption.
Okay. If I can't successfully find a loophole around that, can I find stories of other Death Knights?
You find that there's only been like 4 Death Knights in recorded history.
Okay.
Two of whom were atoned for their deeds. 2 of whom were redeemed.
Okay.
The most recent one was the run that raised the undead army, and he was redeemed when he actually turned against his army and fought to turn them back. And eventually he was destroyed by them. And through that turning against his own army and the destruction, he was able to be redeemed.
What convinced him to change sides?
The opposing army had found an artifact from his life, and he realized, basically, they found something from a woman that he loved, like a token from a woman that he loved. And they convinced him that what he was doing was not what she would have wanted him to do.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. I'm down. That's cool.
I'm down, that's cool.
Do I get any information about this specific Black Knight? Death Knight. This
You're
Black Hand.
You don't really get too much specifically on Black Hand. You just get a lot of stories about other Death Knights, the 4 other Death Knights that have been in existence, at least in recorded history. But you're beginning to get the sense that he obviously was a person, and figuring out who that person was will most likely help you figure out a way to get him to atone or be redeemed.
Okay. Yes, I have successfully inferred this information.
Yes.
Wunderbar.
Now, I am a sage.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Where does my sage sense tell me that would be the best place to research on Black Hand's origins?
Well, Black Hand, as you could probably already figure out, was originally a paladin.
Yes.
Practically everything that is on this continent that was divine can be found in one of 2 places.
Here it comes.
Embrys and Minist. Specifically the holy cities in Embrys and the capital of Minist, because Minist is a theocracy.
Do I have a map of the world so I can know where Minist is?
It's to the south of us.
Minist isn't too far away.
Okay, fine. Southeast.
The capital of
I know
Minist
that
is
Embrys
there.
is northwest.
Yeah.
So it is much faster to go to the holy cities in Embrys.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're more likely to find something there. Because
Okay.
Embrys... Well, actually, both the dwarves and... the dwarves are really good at record keeping. However, Embrys has more of a wide variety of things that they keep record of.
Okay.
So those are your kind of options for the next 2 places. And you guys already said you wanted to go to Embrus, so now you have a reason.
Yay!
Dun dun dun.
Last certainly not least.
They can see you know that, right?
What?
Talking to my fiance. She kind of reached over and went like,
I would like to look at anti-Death Knight, Death Knight repellent, essentially.
okay. So something that would possibly...
A spell, a prayer,
Protection from evil.
Yeah, things like protection from evil are always good. Anything like an anti-life or
No,
an
that's
A boy in
anti-death shell.
So these are all things to use in case of a Death Knight attack. I am looking for a Death Knight repellent, like something that is going to dissuade him from showing up in our lives for a good long time.
Okay, so like garlic for a vampire kind of thing.
Yes.
Wouldn't holy water just be it for him?
No, that
Once again, that falls under in case of Death Knight attack.
I just am not understanding the concept because, like, in order to repel a vampire, he has to be there. But so in order to repel the Death Knight, he would have to be there.
Well, the first thing you would have to do is probably consecrate an area.
Yeah.
So consecration would be like the main thing to do.
Okay.
That tends to, hedge out undead.
I am going to continue fervently studying throughout the night.
Okay.
Just
Into the
carry
wee hours of the
consecrated
morning.
earth with you. He can't come near us.
I, as Arranis, am fairly convinced that there is a small bauble with which I could either create or come across that would stop the Death Knight from getting in within. I'm looking for some sort of answer to this problem, if you will.
You're looking for the jar of dirt from pirates.
I am, and that is a horrible, accurate way of putting what I'm going through right now.
Land is where you're safe, Jack Sparrow, so you will carry land with ye.
What does this art of dirt do?
If you don't want it, you can hand it back. No, it's not jar of dirt.
So that's me. That's me for the time being.
Okay. Mavarax, what would you like to do during this time?
This is all during the night.
Well, now we can kind of start skipping ahead and doing whatever people want to do whenever.
Well, that night, I wanted to go to my room and I wanted to try to get in touch with Bahamut.
Okay.
I mean, whether it
So-
works or not is a different question, but
Yes. So you wanted to like kind of go and enter your like meditative state and try to commune with
Yes.
Bahamut.
yes.
You kind of do a makeshift shrine, like you take your holy symbol and you put it on like a little altar that you find.
Yep.
And you start praying.
Mhm.
What are you praying for specifically?
I guess just guidance, really, because I guess Mavarax, especially, these guys don't know what was said to him from Black Hand, but especially after what Black Hand said to him. what he should do really, because yeah.
Okay. So you kind of start praying, asking for guidance, and you close your eyes and you just focus on this idol. And as you're focusing, your mind kind of begins the fog in your mind begins to clear, and you can't see it. You can't so much hear it either, but you get a sense.
Mhm.
And you start to it kind of feels like Bahamut is paying attention to you. Maybe you don't have like his full attention because he is a god after all, and he has lots of things to take care of, but you definitely feel like you're pulling down enough for him to be paying attention.
Okay. This is where I ask a question. I guess I just ask for guidance because I don't really quite know what to do right now, and I guess Mavarax is just really thrown off.
As you kind of speak almost to the void, the air around you feels colder and almost like chilling you. And you don't see him, but you can hear this deep thrumming voice. My child, you seek answers.
Correct.
The Death Knight has marked you for something.
What? Do we know what?
For what I do not know. I do not know his machinations. I do not understand why he still walks this earth. But you seek guidance. And guidance I will give you. Stay in River's Keep. Do not endanger yourself. Seek refuge in the Temple of Arranis, but there you will be safe from the Dark One's reach.
Thank you.
It is a holy place.
I greatly appreciate your time spent with me.
Of course. You will be called back. Rest assured, you are not done serving me.
Thank you.
And with that, the voice dissipates and your mind clouds again.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, after resting, my first plan would be to find Arranis.
Zed, are you doing anything at this time during the night?
Let's see. At night, I'd be just resting, I assume.
Okay, sleeping off the...
You're sleeping off the ass whooping, yes. I mean, I don't know.
Rayven,
Would I pray to any of my gods? I don't know. Like, what would I, like, ask Nerul for? Like, I've killed a bunch of people. Where's the reward, sort of thing? That's the most I could ask of Nerul.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Sure. I will attempt to pray to the dark god Nerul.
Okay. So Nerul has the skull, right?
He has the skull with a scythe, yes.
Yes. So you take your symbol of Nerul and you put it up on the wall, and you sit down and you close your eyes
Praying.
and you start
I'll pray
and
in
you start
Gnomish to
praying.
him.
I want you to make a religion check.
Oh God. How does one pray to Nerul, Dark Lord of all, the Reaper? Okay, bonus 0.
Hopefully.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Nice.
You don't get a response. You sit there and you focus really hard and you think, Nerul, are you listening? And there's no response.
I have served you faithfully in this life.
Oh god.
Let's see, who else? Let's see, so nothing from Nerul. I don't know. Should I just... Let's see, who else do we have here? I'll pray to... No, I'm not going to pray to Loki. Let's see. I guess we'll try Loth, see if she's kicking around.
You want to pray to the spider goddess of the drow?
Yes, the spider goddess of assassins. Yes, I do.
My god.
She actually is, like, known to be on the material plane damn near constantly.
Mm-hmm. Olaf.
Make
hallowed-
another religion check.
Olaf, unhallowed be thy name.
I'm sorry, the number you've reached has been disconnected.
Okay, you see, we've reached an impasse. Because you rolled a 1, either she shows up, like, in the flesh and kicks your ass, or she doesn't show up at all.
It's
It's kind
like we walk
of
into Zed,
50-50.
we walk into Zed's room and he's just like in that Family Guy stance, one arm straight out, the other one behind the back, face down on the floor.
Why? What do we... What's... Oh, no.
Peter, you
Okay,
can't,
no, she doesn't show up.
Oh, thank
Peter,
the
you can't
mercy.
summon Loth.
Why don't you,
Get no
why don't you pray to
response at all.
Tiamat while you're at it?
Because I don't believe in Tiamat. She's not on my list.
She's not on my list, yeah.
I'll guess I'll give it one more prayer. Let's see.
Oh god.
Let's go with some... Let's see.
Please,
I'll go
roll
with-
a 3.
I'll...
Just for me.
I will. Let's see here. I'll pray to Use, the god of pain and oppression.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
You need a fucking hobby.
I found it, finding all the death gods.
You need a better hobby.
It's almost getting
Yes!
by one.
I got an 18.
It shows up and kills you. You roll your character.
Oh.
So, you, again,
There's
try
times
to
the charm.
focus in, and you ask your question. I have killed so many in your name. Where's my reward? And you get a very quick, curt response.
Okay.
The killing is the reward.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why do I even pray to these gods?
Yeah, evil gods don't really respond. They're
Give
kind
credit.
of dicks like that.
I should have known.
Gotta pray to our boy Bahamut.
Why? He would know. If anyone would know who I've prayed to and who I've killed people in the name of, it would be Bahamut. He would know, and he'd be like, "Fuck you, Zed. Here, take my platinum dragon breath." As he descends from Mount Olympus to kill me.
You could also pray to, like, Paylor, because I'm pretty sure Paylor is about redemption.
Let's see, redemption. Do I want redemption? I'm not after redemption. Am I? Kind of, I guess.
It depends on how you look at it. So, anything else you're doing that night?
Fine. We'll give it one last whirl for Paylor.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
oh, Paylor, though I have never worshipped you, hear my prayer.